Hey guys, so for this stocks by request session, I want to talk about consumption related stocks. Let's go with Pure Gold, let's go with Costco. Pure Gold, owned by Lucio Co, which also owns SNR, and SNR has been in the spotlight over the past few hours, brought about all of the things that's been happening. And I hope that everyone in SNR are safe, those that got exposed. I hope that you guys are good and well, and this stocks by request is dedicated for all of you. We're gonna talk about Costco, we're gonna talk about Pure Gold, and then we're gonna see what other consumption stocks we could talk about. Probably I want to talk about RRHI. Let's put that in the mix. Let's put URC also in the mix. Let's also add maybe SSI. So if you guys have any other stocks that you guys want me to analyze also, which is highly connected to consumption, put them on the comment section below. But to everyone who went to SNR, I hope that you guys are good. I hope that you guys are okay. I hope that you guys build up your immune system, because at the end of the day, when you start building your immune system, when you start being stronger, take your vitamins, drink a lot of water, you can still fight this and you can still come out winning. So let's start first. Before I begin, no, and before I go with specific stocks, let's look at the PSEI first, because the PSEI had a lot of action. The PSEI moved relatively fast already, bounced from the intraday lows that did over the past few days. So if you see this, March 19, it did an intraday low of 4,039. After bouncing off of that level, it tried to hold its ground already at the 4.6 level. So if you look at this for the PSEI, 3 days trying to hold its ground here. Then after March 24, it started to make its bounce. It started to make its play. Uh, well past the 4,600 level. Then March 25 started to move up. March 24 started to go up. March 25 started to push again higher. Then it opened higher again today, March 26, then all the way up here. Please remember, one of the biggest things that triggered this was mainly because a lot of the markets also outside the Philippines in Western markets are up. Please, I made a video about one of the basic reasons on why the U.S. market is up. It's because of the quantitative easing that the U.S. government's gonna do up until infinity. Them lowering also interest rates, plus above and beyond that the stimulus package, that I think it's $2 trillion worth of stimulus package for them to combat the coronavirus in the U.S. So that's what's creating a positive vibe and optimism in the markets as well. So one thing I'd like to note is the closing today near 5,400 is, if you look at it here, March 16, and you look at it here, March 13, what was the previous area where it tried to hold for at least 2 days, no, as of before the large drop. So a couple of things could happen if over the next few days we see the index go above the 5,400 level. Then this opens up a new level of support. So a couple of scenarios could happen. Number one, fails to break out from the 5-4 scenario, then we could possibly see us trade either this range or up to this range. But if it breaks out from this scenario, then it opens up the possibility that we have a resistance somewhere around this area. So that being said, if it breaks past that area, let me try to at least open this so you have context on what's going on. Possibility is we see the stock break out there. This will be the new range that it could possibly go on. One is here up to until here, but again, we have to see. Please remember, a lot of the things that's happening also right now is pretty much predicated on sentiment. It's pretty much predicated also on fear. And if you notice it, based on all of the things that I've pointed out as well, we really haven't broken past the longer moving averages still, but even the 20-day moving average, we really haven't broke past it. If there may be any sort of resistance, is number one, it's where the 20-day moving average is. But if you look at it and you note at this level, the 6,930 level is a resistance level, which also coincides with the 50-day moving average. So if there's any sort of rally that could possibly happen that should make it break out from this 5,354 level and stay at that level, you can have a resistance here at around the 5.9 level and a stronger one here, the 6.9 level. So please remember, it took us a very, very fast drop here, pretty much predicated on fear, pretty much predicated on what happened on the coronavirus and a lot of people being scared. So let's see if it breaks past this, because as of this point in time, looking at it, no, the stronger and more developed resistances could be found somewhere at this level. So I'll update you over the next few days how it could possibly go. But one thing is sure, if it breaks out from the 5-4 level and stays above that level, and we see it hold that level, then it's building up a support. Please remember, support a support level is pretty much when people are willing to buy it and support it at a certain price range, and that's what we also need. We also need the market in general to hold at a certain level. It means that regardless of the fear, regardless of the risk, regardless of what is seen, you see now people start to buy, because when people start buying, it builds a base. When it builds a base, it protects and prevents the market from falling in spite of risk going on as well. Now, let's go back to the special featured item in this video. Let's start with pure gold. Comment below if you guys have pure gold. Comment below if you guys own pieces and portions of this stock as well. And please remember, I mentioned this as well, that pure gold will be one of the beneficiaries of what's happening on the lockdown, because they're one of the few companies that is purely a supermarket play, and they're one of the few companies also that in all intents and purposes, they're the ones that are open. They're the ones that will make a lot of money. That's why SNR is filled up. That's why pure gold supermarkets are filled up as well. So for pure gold, you see already that it started already to make at least a push up. The push up from its lowest point, if you note it here, intraday, no, grabe, intraday it went to as low as 25 pesos per share, March 25. But if you try to at least measure it, try to put something over here. I love, people ask me what do I use when I draw my support and resistance. Do I use the body or do I use the wick? I'm a person who uses the body. There are some people who use the wick, but it's been my practice ever since I use technical analysis that I use the body in terms of how I would like to measure it. So from the 28.77 level to the next possible visible resistance, it's a 28% jump already. But as of this point in time, it's already up close to 19%. So possible progression for pure gold from a support and resistance level is this is the next possible resistance. However, allow me to zoom out so you have context also on how it actually looks like as well. If you try to look at it, and if I try to at least make a trend line here, just connect this area over here, try to connect them together. It sort of coincides also that hey, there's a really good chance that there could be a resistance from this level. So why am I saying this? If it tries to attack this, tries to go up, and as it tries to go up, it has some hesitation. It's pretty much because of two things. Number one, the resistance here at the 37 peso level. Number two, the trend line where the downtrend actually started here, April 2019. So we have to actually see that it breaks past this. If not, there's a bigger chance still, even though pure gold is open, people are shopping in their supermarkets. If it fails to break out from that level, then hey, there's still a possibility that it could retrace and it could go down as well. So that's where pure gold is. What's very important, no, wow, the reason why I'm saying this is you have to use your cojote when you start investing. That it's not just about being smart, being a very smart person. You also all have to use some sort of emotion, when not emotion, but you have to use logic into it. You have to execute it properly, because there are a lot of smart people that are trying to I don't it's not just about being smart, but it's about executing it properly as well. So that's for pure gold. Now let's look at Costco. For Costco Capital, if you look at it, it's almost the same thing. The main resistance level is at the 6 peso level. And if you put here, because this is where it started to bounce, the best area where it could possibly go, because that's where a lot of the selling is, this is where the resistance is at the 6 peso level. Then you have another one if you try to measure it close here to the 20-day moving average. So should the bounce continue, this is where it could possibly go. Number one, it could attack the 20-day moving average, or number two, it could go here, because that's where something's more solid. But if you notice it today, red candle opened here, close here. That means somewhere around here you see some selling. So possible narratives for Costco Capital. Number one, 5 pesos. If it fails to break out of the 5 peso level, then possible narrative, possible scenario is it just retraces and goes back here to the 4.3 level. It breaks out here. Possible narrative is it attacks this level, fails to break out from this level, it's a take profit level. But if it attacks this and doesn't break out, then that's another take profit level for you. All of the moving averages, though, from a position trading standpoint, it's still bearish. one of the only reasons why you should be looking into this is you're trading the volatility, you're in it for a quick trade, and you want to sell once those resistances that have been plotted here uh, have been plotted here were not broken out from. I want to talk about our HI as well. So for our HI here, this is where we are. Allow me to clear this. If you notice it, the pattern almost looks the same now from Costco and Pure Gold. If you notice it also that there's one level that's deemed like a resistance or support for this. If we try to put 20-day moving averages, 50-day moving averages, and 100-day moving average, one of the biggest drops is predicated on the breakdown from this particular level when it started to break down from all of those moving averages. And if I wanted to adjust this, by the way, so if you let me adjust this, you could actually put one more resistance level here. The breakdown from this is what triggered a larger movement down. So if you would want to put specific resistances for RHI, one is this, then the second one will be possibly here at the 68 peso level. So resistances that you can plot for RHI, 57, 67.8, and 70.5. You have a support at the 44.85 level for the stock. So please take note, trend for this, it hasn't really broken out from significant moving averages yet, but the resistances that you need to look out for, 57.45, 67.8, and 77.55. And I want to talk about URC as well. URC, another consumption-driven stock. The resistance for URC from a quick trading scenario is basically this. So support, you could peg it here. So please do note, support is at the 93.7 level. Resistance short-term 107. Following resistance 135.9. Next resistance is 162. So please do note, failure to break out of 107 will just bring the stock back to where the support is at 93.7. Breakout from the 107 level will give it a shot to go to around the 135.9 level for the short term. And then breakout from 135 brings it to a support. Supports after that will be 107, breakout from 135.9. Next target price for that will be at the 162 level. Again, these are for traders that would want to trade it based on the volatility, quick trading, support, and resistance. This is not yet mainly for position traders. So that's it for now, and that's how interesting the market is. There are volatility, there is volatility, there are movements where stocks would bounce from support. So when you see stocks bounce from specific support levels, the name of the game is if it you buy, then it does not hold the support, you cut loss. But when you buy and it starts to bounce and starts to go all the way to the resistance and the resistance is not broken out from, you sell, take profits, get out. So that's it for now. For those who were in SNR, hope that you guys are okay. Hope you guys have a better stamina in all of this. Hope that you guys make it through this. And for those that got exposed there, I hope that you guys are well. I wish you all the best. And I think we still have a long way to go in all of this. I believe that there's still a long way to go. We really haven't seen how big this issue is right now. But I do hope that all of you are okay. I do hope that everyone stays strong. I hope that everyone uh, pushes through, lives through this as well. Because at the end of the day, the greatest asset that you need to protect is yourself. The greatest asset that you need to protect is you. So don't just focus on how much you make in the market over this period. Focus also on how you can make yourself better. Focus on how you can strengthen your body. Because at the end of the day, your greatest money maker is not the stock market. Your greatest money maker is yourself. So that's it for now. Comment below if you guys have any suggestions on what stocks that you guys want me to analyze as well. Comment below if there's any specific stocks that uh, you guys want me to talk about, and I'll make videos about that also. So that's it for now. This is Marvin Germo. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, guys, and God bless you all.